Yo, man, look, I'm back. I am finally back, man. I swear I feel like a newborn kid. Do you not know how bad I wanted to be in front of y'all, talking to y'all about different things? I'm so excited with my team. We talking PIW. That's Bills and Knox. We talk this Keisha's passion for fashion. Listen, man, I got a superstar. It's not even in the making because I already knew it. But now y'all know it. And y'all already know where y'all can catch it. That's in traffic. Then we got Ree's Kitchen coming. That's already associated with Caray's Catering. Y'all know. Then you got your boy E-Dub. That's E-Dub's Entertainment. In association with Total Defined Entertainment. Listen, we on YouTube. We back. But it don't matter. It's my little brother. I love him. And people don't go through things. But I'm real. He real. We love each other. But y'all know where y'all can reach us. That's on YouTube. Total Defined Entertainment. And we back. We got new shows with Keisha's Passion for Fashion coming. We got PIW with a show on June the 7th. Come see him. 3057. We know where we at. CMG. Listen, man, we outside. We on one, as my man Knox would say. But listen, man, I got a very special guest here today. Somebody who's I'm so proud of, so really honored to be sitting next to this young man because we grew up on the same streets in North Philly together. We have a lot of stories that we can tell on and off the basketball court, but a lot of them on the basketball court. Exactly. And then as we got older, you know, we kept in contact. And his older brother, who's like my best friend, one of my best friends, Goose, man, Jeffrey. And I just been knowing these guys, and we've been surrounded by just great friendship, brotherhood. Always gave me the respect as much as I gave it to him. And I appreciate you, man, for really taking the time to come on to the show. Tell the folks, man, you know, what you got going on, where they can reach you. But more importantly, man, what you're doing for our culture, you know, it inspired me. So, you know, it gave me that vision to take this where I'm trying to take it with my own people. And I see you doing the same thing. You did it with your previous episodes. I know I played in a few, which was, you know, Society Living.
Yes.
And again, like, that whole dynamic for you as it started, where did that come from? Where did you kind of get the idea of what you wanted to get to in terms of, like, I want to get into this entertainment thing?
Really from high school. You know, as kids, we was already creative. You know, we always doing stuff, you know. And it's just playing around and just seeing the creativity, you know, for, you know, my friends rapping and stuff like that.
Okay.
We on the camera, you know, shoot the videos that they rapping to somebody else's songs and stuff like that.
Right.
So it started from there. And once I got into high school, you know what I mean, being behind the scenes as they doing plays, maybe wanted to do something, you know, with the camera.
Yeah.
You know, so it took a while.
Right.
You know, and then, you know, I finally just picked up the camera and just started getting my family and friends, you know, to start acting, and it just came something.
Yeah, well, you know, listen, I remember when I first watched the first episode that I ever saw, and it blew my mind because it's something that we do here and that we pride ourselves on. We don't need a script.
No.
We are just good at what we do.
Exactly.
And that's the difference between somebody being able to direct that without it being a flaw in it, because no, I'm just talking how I would normally talk.
Exactly.
But to let them know and understand who you truly are, what you got going on, I want you to touch on that, but let them know where they can reach you at, first and foremost. Tell them what you got going on and what you currently have on YouTube. I just want you to fill your fans in with a little bit of content about Larry the Moultrie, the entertainer / you know, business owner / entrepreneur.
Many hats. Moultrie Films on YouTube, Society Living, Endless. Once you go in there, you'll see I have a different variety of different things on there. You know, it's some for the hood, some for people that's, you know, couples, you know, some that's comedy. So it's a diverse, you know, and there's
yeah, because you can find what? Society Living, Endless Love.
Endless.
Yeah, Endless was dope, man.
Yeah, Endless.
I give you props on that, boy. That was something else.
That.
Yeah, but you know, and here's the thing though, like coming from North Philly, growing up where we grow from, you know, like we had a different dynamic. And I always talk to Keisha and we always kid about this. But we were different. And I saw that in a lot of us, but I never had this platform to be able to do so.
Exactly.
Now I have that platform to show people somebody that I knew could dress her whole life.
Oh, yeah, always.
Why won't I show the world that?
She always dressed.
You understand what I'm saying? So now, you know, even with me having my own clothing line or even with my other partner, Bills, you know what I mean? Like doing entertainment. Like it gives that diversity. And like you said, just reaching back to your people.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's
I
awesome.
mean, you really had to, because the mindset of people just, how can I put it? Everything we do was programmed to do as a child. You just do what your mom told you to do what your friends told you to do,
Mhm.
because you was trying to get that feel. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right. Just trying to
So,
find out also
yeah.
who you are.
So when people are acting, they're portraying something else, and it brings something out of them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And the reason why I don't do too many strips, we like, why you don't do strips? Because when I do ad lib, I do based upon what I know some people do it in their former life.
Yeah.
You know what
that's
I
a
mean?
fact.
So they can relate to that. So
Right.
it's relatable to all different, aspects.
That's dope.
You know?
And that's hard to do because, like sometimes you can see something but not know it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to leave this young man out over here. My God, this is like a real brother to me. Unfortunately, he just too, man. I got to start laughing because, he would bang on my mother's door and my mom would look out the window. It's that boy again. What do you want to eat this time? But no, this is a brother of mine, 2-5, man.
Yes,
You are legendary in North Philly. You legendary all over the city. A lot of people don't know, but this guy was his own promoter. Let me just tell y'all this. He know the Charlie Macks of the world. He know the Will Smiths of the world. He know Biz Markie's of the world. Rest in peace. But this dude, dancers, when we literally used to go to dancers, Lau made sure that I got to see every act. This is during the Ram Squad days, if y'all don't know no better. So it was at the height of dancers. I mean, it was like club whatever y'all got going on right now, times 10. And Doe would get me into shows, and I mean paying nothing. Let me in the side door, and I'm sitting on the floor in front of the whole celebrity lineup.
Mhm.
My God, man. Welcome to the show, brother.
Anytime. Yeah, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your background, how you met me, how we became so thorough, and just keep
Well, first we grow up. First, I want to say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, brother.
You
anytime.
my brother anyway, but you can't never leave me, man. I'm on your contract. You know what I mean? But we grow up together. Me and you, Ty. Every time you get in a fight, we all ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
We used to play ball.
Mm-hmm.
You
weren't too good though.
I think I beat you before. I think you was a bad team that we was at. Yeah. But we all used to hang out at the.
So let me ask you,
at the center and
not to cut you off, but let me ask you something. How genuine is our relationship?
Man, we like brothers.
That's what I'm
I
talking
ain't had
about.
no clothes to take my girl out. I had to go get clothes from you.
Ain't
You
that
gave me a
something, y'all?
polo jacket.
Hey, listen, y'all. See, this is one of the things that I'm trying to do, right, with our culture to make y'all understand as young men, right? I'm talking about two dudes that I don't know well over 40 years. And when I say loyalty, man, I mean loyalty. I could call them up, yo, listen, I'm in need of, say less, I'm on my way. That's what you need. That's what we need.
Yep.
To bring this full circle and understand that we can work together. We can do things together to build on what we have. And that's talent in our own city. Now, Larry, you got some new things coming up, some new things coming out. Talk about a little bit what you can talk about. And I know some things that we'll touch on in our second part of this interview, man.
Yeah. I got a movie coming out, Endless. So I'll be putting the previews up soon. I have my own clothing line, El Moultrie clothing line. So I got to, still working on that, building up the website. So I'm revamping that, bringing back out El Moultrie clothing line.
Okay.
And
yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Listen, I already see the merch, man.
Oh yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
I like I told you off set when we was back in the green room. Listen, that shirt on one. I already got something picked out for this, so definitely send me that one. But like he said, let them know where they can reach you at though. So if they do want to purchase the merch, is it on your Instagram page? Do you have it on a Facebook account? Like what we got?
Well, I do got my shop. It ain't fully running, but it's lmoultrie.com. LMOULTRIE Moultrie.com.
Y'all hear that, y'all?
Website, and it's at Moultrie on Instagram, and that's it.
Okay. All right. So listen, we talked about that. Now, Lau, Ed will tell me, I should say, about how you feel working with Larry and what he's accomplished. Helping a lot of guys who were once running the street crazy and now doing something positive that we all can look at.
I'm gonna tell you something about Larry and me. Just like I'm older than Larry, but this is I could say he's my big brother. I cried to Larry. I used to call Larry for problems. Larry always fed me. I ain't had nowhere to go. He took me in.
That's dope, man. And listen,
Yeah, man.
but that's my point, right?
That's like my brother.
Exactly.
We started off the closing line. Larry was doing the closing line, and we had the camera. I said, Larry, we're going to do
I'm sorry,
a
y'all. I'm
movie.
having a jury malfunction. But don't mind me. That's why it's called raw
But
content.
excuse me, sir, I'm talking.
I know, I'm my bad.
But what I was saying,
I'm sorry, though.
oh yeah, you busted my groove. I love this show. You know, man.
Come on. My bad.
I told Larry we're gonna do the movie. We did the movie called the first
Love
movie.
Beyond the Surface.
Yeah, we did
That's
that.
the first thing I did.
Yeah, we did that, and then we did the Cyber Living. But I told him I wanted to be in the episode 2 later. You know, I help him with the cameras, everything. And my basic is, I was a club. Can I explain myself?
Go, boy.
Okay, I was in the club. I'm a club man, show man. That's my life. Everybody tell you, I met every rap group, every singer who came free, Powerhouse, everything. That was my thing. Worked with Charlie Man, Dal Shooter, Scott,
Big Scott.
Big Scott, and a lot of stuff. That's what I was into. I was into all the stuff like that, and you know, and Palmer's opened up the door. Transer, A Street. I went to the Z Bar. And I went to Embassy and Fruja. I used to do Fruja. Fruja is the biggest in the world. You might see me. So, you know, and I did our promotion with Charlie Mack. I'm gonna say thank you.
All right, so listen,
Mack.
can we get to that question I asked you?
Okay.
Please.
But anyway, I want to get that.
How do you like working with Larry?
It's the best. It's the best. Working with Larry is the best.
Okay.
I'm always gonna have his back. And you know, and my movie may come up too soon. I'm gonna do a movie called 2-5. Soon me and Larry talking about. I'm ready to work on it. You know, by summer. Plus, I want the Cyber Living to come back. That's everybody stop me on the street. Hey man, when you gonna pick that back on? Pick it back on. I used to call Larry all the time. But working with Larry helped my life. So you know.
And I think, and that's something. See
that?
See that, y'all? That's that family chemistry.
Yeah.
Real shout out to my man, real man only.
He helped me too. He helped me a lot.
I appreciate that, bro.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. He helped me a lot. I could go to his house and eat, no problem. I slept downstairs in his basement before, no problem. So that's my man. So I'm happy.
Well, I appreciate you, bro. And listen, so to cap off this show and really, you know, give inspiration to the youth, and as I say to you guys as we speak, right? Like to bring this into coexistence, to be able to share what we all should share, and that's really just things that we know, right? It ain't always about what you know, but it's more about who you tell. Like, and I know I got a lot of information to share. That's why having this brother on the show, giving him an opportunity to let y'all listen. The talent is undeniable. We gonna link up together. Y'all gonna see more things to come. You already know where y'all can find us. That's on Total Define Entertainment. That's on YouTube. And listen, Larry, tell them again where they can find you at, bro.
Mochi Frowns. That's on YouTube.
And then we're gonna get in these last couple of questions I got for you.
lmochi.com. That's my website. And mlarry2002 at yahoo.com. That's on email. You want to email me via actor.
See, and that was only my final question, y'all. So how do you, when you look into your actors or who you're going to portray as an actress, because you know, well, I call actors and actresses the same, because really those women that you got into the business, they were dope. And I'm telling you, like a lot of those females that worked with Larry early on during the Society Living days, listen, blessings goes up, because on some, I mean, y'all were on one. What do you look for in an actor? And I know you just told them where they can find you if they want to actually, you know, try to get into one of his movies.
Me, basically, I look for someone that's outgoing. You know what I mean? Because we all actors, because we act our life every single day.
That's
so
a
you
fact.
just don't realize that you're acting out every single day life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I give people opportunities to portray something, you know what I mean, to breathe and shout inside them. You know, because a lot of people who start acting, I never acted before, I never been in front of the camera.
Right.
You know, they get their camera nervous and little camera shy, saying, why? You
You
don't
just
get
be
shy.
natural, be yourself.
You're around your friends, you know, maybe you walk on the street. So
And I think
It's a different mindset.
And I think you picked the perfect cast of people for that because
Oh yeah.
that's one of the things, like I think where the simile for me and you come into a real decent dynamic, just another creative mind, right? Because, you know, it's hard to work with people that really don't see your vision.
Oh yeah.
But when you see that vision and you put those visions together,
Yeah.
it's not about what I think all the time. No,
No.
because y'all gonna see something different.
Yeah.
And it might be a different look, might be a different angle, might be a whole different, not even me being in the room, but the dynamic is still there. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where those, and I know it's tough because even doing this, you know, picking my team and trying to figure out the right pieces of the puzzle to put together. That's very key, folks. You know, understanding people's personal characteristics and figuring it out.
You got to be patient too.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
You know what I mean? A lot of people are not really patient. You know what I mean? Because they've been so programmed to think a certain way. When you introduce something to the mind can receive it, but it really don't understand it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when we say that people are hating and people are like that, no, they're not just hating. They just don't understand or how to approach you because every time they go to somebody else, they unapproachable.
Right.
So they mind, they feel as though, you know what I mean, would he be the same way like somebody else? You know what I mean? But once you start to talk to them in a nice tone, nice way, they start to open up, you know what I mean? And totally different.
And I gotta give you your flowers on that because that's one of your biggest attributes is really as a person. That's why I love you as a brother. Because you're so like just soft spoken, but you get your point across. It's kind of like my cohort Bills, man. Same thing. Don't have to say much to me, but I know he cussing me out. Like he like no. You didn't say that. Like, oh shit, I do got to take accountability. I did fuck up. No, but you know, like I said again, man, I really appreciate you, bro, for coming on to the show. We got to do something. Like I said, man, we definitely got to do something moving forward. I think, like I said, listen, y'all, he gonna be on Tubi. He gonna put up hopefully a movie that we are actually in with our companies together, man, corresponding on that. I'm looking forward to doing another interview with you and anything that you got coming up, man. Again, just let these folks know before I let them know where to find me at. But let them know where they can subscribe to your channel. Give them that one more time, man, before we spin the block.
Mochi Films at YouTube. On this story, Mochi Films at YouTube. You know what I mean?
We didn't have words. Trust me. Trust me. And I don't mean that in no way, shape, or form to nobody. We had some. But listen, man, y'all already know with me, man. It's E-Dubs Entertainment. That's on YouTube. Total Define Entertainment. We coming to see y'all. E-Dubs After Dark is back. Y'all see. I with my man L Boogie. Loud, let them know where they can reach you at before you gonna get on out of here. Where they can find you at. So that way they can reach out to you.
You can find me with Larry. You find Larry, you find me.
Yes.
You heard it best. Listen, so we're going to get on out of here, man. I'm your boy E-Dub. Again, that's in association with PIW. That's my man Bills. That's my man Knox. Listen, you already know. Keisha's passion for fashion. Listen, that's my baby. That's my new jewel.
Yeah.
Pretty much I'm giving her anything she wants. She got the floor to do whatever. She got some shows coming up. She's got a couple guest appearances that will come up within the next month or two. We got a live show that's coming up on June the 7th. That's at CMG. That's 3057 Cayuga, man. Listen, come up and spin the block. Come see us, man. And y'all already know, Create Creations. Listen, that's our catering department. They make the best food in the city. I wish my brothers had the opportunity to sit down and really have a meal. One of my guys right here, El Boogie, taking one home. So listen, subscribe to the channel. Again, that's